All right, so we are heading back to the mainland, right? Should I be dual wielding my gun? So yeah, I just took actually kind of a few days break there because it's been a long time recording the last bit of footage. So yeah, we're done here because you're like just not with it anymore. Understandably, you're a giant stick bug. I honestly didn't. So yeah. I honestly did not expect the phasmid thing to be a thing anymore. We didn't really finish the quest, so I was like, I mean, okay, so it's like, where was it? It was it's down here, right? Look into the we were looking for the locusts, and we didn't find them. The only thing for the locusts was like, hey, talk to the local kids, and none of the kids like said anything. And then we progressed, and the quest disappeared. So I was like, hey, we got Lena's address. That's cool, but I didn't really expect the quest to actually have an outcome like this, you know. To be part of the main story. Well, that was definitely a twist. Are we just gonna leave him there? I mean, he's not going anywhere, right? He's completely out of it. Still. Yeah, I had to stop recording for a little bit after, I think the footage was like 2 hours and 40-ish minutes, not 20, yeah, 20 hours now. So I was like, oh man. I always have that problem sometimes. I'm like, oh, the game's clearly ending soon, right? So I guess I could just keep recording. Don't want to have like a 10-minute finale, and then it goes on for like another 3 hours. Let's return to the mainland.
We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
Oh, and we have fuel to give her.
But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the
Why is exit seating
of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer.
Okay.
The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Even to this point, I still don't know how you turn that on and off. It seems to happen randomly. Here. Ah.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
No, I have full health and 7 healing items.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
No one else seemed to be bothered by the bleeding. I mean, that's kind of not true at all, actually. We had some people that were actually legitimately concerned for me. Wait, you're the man with the sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Well, no one else seemed to care.
Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant.
I probably do.
Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Get all of this. There's a giant.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
All right, fine. Who are you? I mean, I already know who you guys are.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kemar.
I have one partner, and it's Kim.
What's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstein, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
Hi. I recognize you from the office talks.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after paying.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thanks, Lieutenant. Have my back. Let's destroy. I don't know. How about you? I don't know. Come on, have my back, man.
Good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Okay, what's this? What do you mean shitstorm?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman.
What?
I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never address her using those words again.
I called her a horseface when? Like, before I took control or during the gameplay? She does not have a horse face. Oh wait, no, I remember going off on that. I think you brought this up before. And I was like, this fucking doesn't have a horse face.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert.
Expert on
I
what?
need to
Having
manage
a
your
creepy
expectations
portrait?
A little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
I'm sorry I didn't recognize you before.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually. We're just worried.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work, or when you do about stink.
I mean, I've been doing a pretty good job here.
You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you.
Okay, what's it?
Everyone worries. Instead of working.
What's the shit kid?
You. Shit kid, that's you.
Maybe you've deserved it.
That's a stupid thing to say. Of course it's him. He looks exactly like the dude. Special consult? Okay.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilerstam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilerstam.
So what are you consulting then?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane.
In the membrane? Insane in the brain! Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Well, that's very irresponsible of you absolute fucking idiots. So you left me to face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Why didn't you detect or die then?
Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You were crying when we got here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss.
Yeah, probably.
None of us
Have you
wanted to
seen
see
this
the
world?
abyss, so we fucked off. Like you told us to.
Let's see. You mentioned a task force. How do you know I was here? I mean, they came with me, didn't they? That's where this is going? How do you know I was here?
Cafeteria manager you fucked over.
Oh, you mean here?
Well,
I saved his address. He didn't really, but he just told us where he was. I understand, okay.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk.
Well, I've done more for this place than most people, so fuck him, I guess.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstown, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Good for you, Trent.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Who's Gilliam?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
No, that...
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G-Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much anymore.
He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing. For both of you.
So what does this unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry.
Motherfucker, I just solved a massive murder and found a cryptid, so, you know, suck it.
They're your posse, or what remains of it. Hand-picked, hand-lost.
The 41st isn't...
Anyways. I'm not... No, I'm not saying that. Like, also that. So moving on.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat.
No, I can't.
Standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia. Episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pell, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Wait, socioeconomic? You think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory... I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
Jesus.
No, not like that. I'm not talking for Hedefort's cool here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
I'm a highly experimental detective. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be with me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. Capitalism fucked me. I drank so much I lost my memory. I mean, there's a 2 millimeter hole in the world. I mean, honestly, it seems like a combination between 5 and 1. I think 5 led into 1, right? I was so distraught about losing my love and working myself pretty much to death and then drank myself silly, caused it. I would imagine. Then again, I might be working too close to the pale, because apparently that shit just happens sometimes, according to Joyce. Oh, wait, was it Joyce or the Kamoshida lookalike lady? What the hell's her name? Sona. Who, wait, no, that was the dessert. Oh shit, I'm getting my memories mixed up. No, wait. Who was the dude that was saying we heard memories in the pale? And then it fucked with people. That was Joyce, right? Jesus. Maybe I'm working too close to the pale. You know what? I think I just drank too much. And I'm recovering?
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
If they drink enough to fucking get alcohol poisoning and get brain damage.
Detective Vigmare, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the 2 drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect. Look at the sensory input here.
What?
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it.
Okay.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
You lost me on that one, dog.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless.
Yeah.
I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in a major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Leadership, now.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
I mean, I could retire, spend my days out, getting sober with my new wife, who said she wouldn't marry me, and my brain said it had to be years before she even attempted if I got sober enough.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
I drove it when I was drunk. Yeah.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip.
Ha!
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Alright, here you go.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain
Fuck.
grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
I'm not gonna be able to get that. It's 8%. I'm just gonna let it fall. Fuck. So here's the thing. I'm either gonna try it, look like an idiot, and make it worse, or just let it fall. Just let it fall.
Patrol Officer Minnow picks it up and gives it back to you, slippery and cold.
He found it. It's his badge. I can confirm.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and...
I'm literally carrying 2 different guns right now.
Not achievements. Here we go again. Lost gun, trying to terrorize you.
My gun's right here.
He has it. And he didn't drop it.
Well, it doesn't even have any
Like a
bullets
gun,
in it,
Harry.
so it
Put
wouldn't be
thing
that
away
bad.
Before you kill someone.
So it doesn't even matter that I found my gun?
You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost. Is your gun's natural state. You drunk bum.
Hey, I quit drinking.
I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then, huh?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry. I smell bad. Yeah, I handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsohagi's. We know.
Let's see. Oxygen holocaust? What? Oh, sorry. Not taking her was the right thing to do. She gave us a vital clue to lead us to the island.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself.
Yo, that wasn't my fault.
Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking...
Hey, you're the fuckers that left me alone. You left a drunk dude to handle this case. So, hey, guess what? You're liable in this too. Fucking idiots.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Thank you, Kim.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
I also solved the case. It's solved. All of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does. 1,000,000 times better.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Kim? You have my back, right, dog?
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this
Fuck yeah, Kim.
See?
1 week.
Since you looked at me.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day.
Okay, I don't remember any of that.
It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center, not prone to political outbursts, which is commendable, but also at odds with his behavior.
It's look, if you're having political outbursts just randomly throughout the day, maybe reevaluate some things. Okay? I don't know. This game, I definitely didn't expect the game to be like this when I first started it. I didn't really know what anything. I knew the game was like involving like a kind of like a point and click mystery. That was about it for the most part. And that it was relatively well received. But yeah, some of the choice in this game is like, I don't see how anyone, I guess if you're playing as a drunk, maybe that makes sense. Sure. I've seen drunk people just I've seen people absolutely lose their shit, just go into political rants in some places for no real reason, but not every day and not every interaction.
Other still, he is also a Mazovian socio-economist who believes in liquidating the ruling class. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know, but he is vocal on both of them.
What the fuck are you talking about? Apparently, okay. So I'm a superstar moralist, but also somewhat communist. I didn't choose like any of the communist options. I don't even know how I had communists. Okay.
And then
I'm not vocal on any of it.
Something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything.
This is true.
He doesn't stop.
Max
In all
Tromstat.
the time I've spent with him, he has
Except
not
for the
once
suggestions.
stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
Yeah. So it's like Max Charmstat asterisk, because sometimes when you start using the charm stat, it doesn't go so well. And you're just like, hey, want to smash? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. But yeah, sure.
And he solved it, near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator.
I am pretty good.
Locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Well, I don't know about discover, more that thing just popped out of fucking nowhere.
A new species?
You guys ain't gonna believe this shit.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid.
Good thing we got that. Or else they both fucking commit our ass. Or both of us be committed.
Flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
You know what? Boom shakalaka, motherfucker!
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Kind of?
Detective,
Yeah, the pheromones admitted is responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
We think. Like, he could be faking.
So it is
Maybe.
connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
I mean, I can think of a few words.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Yeah, we don't want to bring up the confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad. Kind of gave it to his kid. The killer, we have a strong motive for him. There was also a dead man on the boardwalk. I found a missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
Well, we reported it. I'm assuming that's how he knows.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
Yeah, we did talk to his wife.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry.
Seems like
This
it.
all comes back to us.
It literally seems like it.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
The killer, that guy, we have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Huh?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Okay.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich.
Is there a lot of lilies in this game? I feel like there's a lot of lilies. Am I just placing a lot of lilies? I like the name, don't get me wrong. I really like the name Lily. And Lillian. But, I don't know, I feel like I've just heard a lot of lilies.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Tront. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
No, you were wrong.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
He being a commandant probably had to do with it.
It worked? You got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it.
Well,
We saw the mercenary as an ennemi combattant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned.
I mean, yeah, but he's gonna be probably dead soon, right? And even if he was gonna live a while, with the way he is, he's not going to jail. He's gonna be locked in a hospital somewhere.
Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross.
And one of them, you guys will believe.
It's a clean win.
Thank you.
Oh, it's way more than that. Way more.
Nah, don't bring up door. It could have been a little neater, that's for sure. More than that, a perfect folding mechanism like a phasmid. It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school. You're goddamn right they will.
Masterpiece. Get over yourself, Harry.
Never!
I can still smell the booze on the wind.
I don't know how, actually. I did bathe once.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
They took away my bath when I couldn't afford the inn, though. Well, I guess I could have probably paid.
It will pass in time.
I looked in the mystery of the Doom commercial area.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is.
That place, a commercial building where all the businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why?
I don't know.
That's not what you were supposed to do here.
Yeah, and you guys weren't supposed to leave my ass. You had to do this all alone, but you did.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
I don't know if I want to bring up the nightclub. The Phasma was female? He reads in there in his nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
We had a talk.
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female, and the nesting behavior.
It definitely
too.
had some sort of nesting behavior.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not that we could see.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It had gathered items in its nest.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
Honestly, I don't know enough. I'm just going by the voice. I'll just be completely honest with you. It sounded like a young girl. That's how we're going with this. I think it's
Of
female.
course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
I think it reproduces by that.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Observation? Observation.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female.
I mean, true.
Power would just be rudimentary.
Again, going by the voice. Like, just complete honesty. It's just the voice.
That makes sense. Yes.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation.
I mean, to be fair, this thing seems to be doing pretty good for itself. I don't know if it's only one, but it's been around for a while. If it's the same one that Lena saw, right? I think it's a chemical that makes it even look even more like reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's.
The perpetrators seem intoxicated, something like an addict.
There are species of bees that, under the influence of chiromones, take wasp larvae to their hives, and do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
Oh yes, absolutely. I don't know. I haven't heard Caramone before. I have heard of wasps, like, infiltrating beehives and leaving their eggs in the hive somehow. So maybe that's how they do it. But when they hatch, they fuck up the hive. Like, these wasps will just kill the bees. They're actually, I think in some places, very, like, common and just destroy the bees, like, ecosystem there. Which, even though I'm scared of everything bee related, is not good. Even though I do say kill them all sometimes. I don't mean it completely. Though, if we ever find a way to pollen our own goddamn shit, the bees are fine. I just have a phobia. I just don't like them.
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
He's right.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Alright, well, it had mandibles.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carve discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
Maybe.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Oh, yeah.
Without it.
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
No, it's like, we got nothing else to say. Well, honestly, I don't know if I want to say I started a nightclub in a church, and I definitely don't want to bring up the drugs that I gave to Kuno, thinking that it was going to help me, and it didn't. I gave him the drugs so he'd tell me about the phasmid locust, and he didn't do it. So what do you say? Want to take this hut shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks. So, maybe this time.
Jude, for you, I make no promises actually, but for me, I won't drink.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
See, they say you can't repair any damage that you do sometimes. All you have to do is solve a murder mystery, get shot twice, let 7 people die, find a cryptid, and you're good.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Okay, I mean, probably not the best time for this, but about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently.
Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Pucha Madre?
No,
No, because the suspect seems to think so.
you're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Fair enough.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
Why am I like this? Because I drank myself silly. Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
But before.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That explains a lot, actually.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair,
That's just because I don't shave.
your love of retro-style dance music, how you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick.
That was pretty sick.
The incredible stamina output.
Look, I just leveled you up endurance. Don't you fucking start with me.
Also, this guy.
Oh, God. Contact
Everything
Mike.
about this guy.
Of course. Contact Mike.
he's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
Contact Mike is replacing the most inspiring basic sporting principle of open competition. A 5,001 rank outsider.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
When was this?
In your 20s or late 20s?
That was
You've
like
really
24
let
years
yourself
ago.
go since
I'm. What's my age? Am I 54 or 44? You said in Corone.
Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
Cool.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
I mean, it explains why I'm somewhat good with the younger crowd and somewhat harder on them. Okay, I did punch Kuno in the face, which was amazing. Why did I join the RCM?
The regular.
But all the other kids I've been all right with.
She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope.
Okay.
Ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being
What do you mean by that?
He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
You could say the average person, sure, but like no normal human. Saying gym teachers are not normal, man? Hey, why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Yeah, that's about right.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Was her name Dora the Explorer?
Yeah. Dora England, I think.
So we weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
Oh, okay. When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
Way before my time.
Harry! Dude, okay. Look. Dude, that's way too long.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. 6 years?
Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Durangulon really tore you a new one. Big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
No, I meant like, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable.
Yes, I'm aware.
Beautiful
Thank
bourgeois
you.
Woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
A snail?
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin.
1 second. 1 second. Am I thinking the wrong word? Welkin, sky or heaven. Okay. What am I? Snail. Oh my god. Why can't I think? Welk. Never mind. Okay.
Heartbreak Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go on.
Jude! Look, I get this is uncomfortable, actually. Just fucking random people talking about how fuckable their ex is.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Alright, Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed. And everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big. Which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Yeah, they probably suck at their jobs. Torsen and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though. Torsen and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it.
Yeah, not like us. 2 clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
Well, you are anyways. The Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D.
Original.
We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
No, it's not. And prices?
Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office.
Okay.
They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Well, about that, did we recently shoot up a church by chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Oh, don't worry, I fixed that. I made it a nightclub for kids.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast.
Alright, so I work in the Bloody Murder Station.
Okay. It's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there. Hard. Every day.
Yeah, it seemed like a bunch of assholes when I called.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have him.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, I need to tell Lena about this Phasmin.
Who is Lena?
Oh, she is amazing.
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
Yeah.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over.
Oh, we're stopping by.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
She is going to be over the moon. Watch out, or she'll faint.
Lieutenant, what are you gonna do?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
Oh, about what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
You're not wrong.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Okay, you want to do it at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
Nah, I meant investigate. Come work at Precinct 41, I guess.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in, and crazy enough, can take the stress. He
Honestly, I
doesn't
probably
know
wouldn't
how
want to
finish
take the job
sentence.
there.
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
You just want to go inside, you. Don't try to cover it.
I do like the sound.
Oh, what? Recruit Detective Kim. All right, cool.
He's really considering it.
All right, I'm ready. End.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Woo.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see, from Main Street to Precinct 41 atop the motorway, to Boogie Street forking into the dark horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de
What?
Saint-Geron, a square bullet slides into a square
Is
shaped
it
chamber.
Sephiroth?
In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles.
A man without eyelids? Oh my god. Wait. That's gonna suck. You don't have eyelids? Oh man, yeah, there's gotta be genetic disorders like that, huh? Even accidents? That's gotta be a fucking nightmare sometimes. Oh, you gotta probably take like an eye drops all the time. God damn, I can't even imagine that. Never being able to fucking blink or close your eyes? God damn. There's gotta be like a surgery to fix that.
Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nix Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
That's Jude, right?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
God, you were so eager to get out of this hellhole. I mean, understandable. Sorry I touched you with these gloves, Kim. Pretty disgusting, you're right. Are we all gonna fit in that? I'm about to pass out. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have 2 bullet holes. Kind of keep forgetting I was shot multiple times. Honestly, as good as a cop clearly that I am, if I was Harry, I'd probably want to fucking retire. Get something less stressful. Work on myself. Go camping. Alright. It was a good game. It's a fucking weird game, for sure. It's definitely a game that I think needs to be played multiple times to actually get, like, the full everything. Maybe not, but there's definitely, like, I can see this being played out completely different with a different style, like, build, even. With all the red checks that I failed because of how my, like my hand-eye coordination, just awful, right? Couldn't level it up past 1 unless there was a thought that I missed that I could have probably have done that. Yeah, that would have changed the tribunal outcome if I shot the guy in the face, or even, like, I'm sure the badge, dropping the badge and stuff like that. That one I didn't want a chance. Just make myself look like an idiot. A different form of tribunal. But yeah, there's a lot of different checks that are pretty cool, and I thought for a second I just saw something glitch out on the screen, but apparently not. Oh, I saw, like, the text just disappear. Yeah, I'll probably... I don't know if I'll ever, like, play it on the channel again when I replay this. I definitely want to replay it at some point. I'll probably definitely max them. I already mentioned this. When I do play this again, I'm gonna max out all my stats. Just to see how that plays out, because I feel like that would be fucking amazing. But no, I had fun with it. I hope everyone that watched it had fun as well. This was a Patreon series, so that means we'll be doing probably a Patreon. Well, I've had the suggestion thing going for a little while now. I'll probably give that a couple more days, and then we'll do a Patreon poll over there. I'll share that out on the community page. So yeah, how, like, overall, like, I thought the voice acting was pretty good. Actually, it was pretty great, actually, most of the cases. It didn't give me an issue with it like some other games with a lot of voice acting recently, where the voice acting starts getting droll and, like, just kind of slow. Though, oh, Everett was voiced by the same guy as the Sunday Friend and Egghead? That's amazing. It's just the name. Yeah, like, recently there's been some games that I've played with voice acting where I'll be talking on, like, a side quest or something, and it'll actually be putting me to sleep. Like, it's so slow and just droll. I'm just like, oh my god, please finish talking, because I need to do something before I fall asleep. Thankfully, it wasn't an issue there for this. Graphically, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's great. It's good. It's not bad. Their portraits sometimes just did not match the character models, like, at all. And then I guess that's probably a stylistic choice. But yeah, I don't know. It was okay. Music-wise, like, it's good. It gets claimed on YouTube sometimes, unfortunately, but it's good. Nothing I would really consider a banger. I think the kids say these days still, maybe. The headset radio one that just loops is pretty good. Oh, and the church music, the disco music, yeah, that is alright. But yeah, I wasn't expecting just a lot of over-the-top political shit when I played this game. Like, when I first saw the game, but yeah, I don't know. This is definitely took me by surprise, where, like, some of the options like, oh, fuck capitalism, or, oh, you know, fuck communism, fascists. Like, oh, okay. Like, I'm pretty sure I was just talking to this person about, like, how they were doing, but yeah, sure, okay. Definitely not something I usually dip my toes into because, good God, I have better things to do with my life than fucking rant and rave about politics. Or listen to people rant and rave about politics. Good Lord. But yeah, especially when it's so over the fucking top. But yeah, it was interesting. I will say, I'm kind of like, the suggestions that I field all the time. Okay, there was like 3 times where it's like, hey, well, fuck. Like, I wasn't even trying to do that. It was, but okay, is like fine, I guess. But I had fun with it. I don't know how good of a viewing experience it was the way I played the game. If I probably did a lot of heavy editing for it, maybe it would have been a pretty, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What, watchable? It is watchable. It's just, it's definitely, with my style of commentary, doesn't really translate well to different, different, not different, but like some styles of games, right? But, you know, I hope you all enjoyed it. I had fun. But yeah, this was a Patreon series, as I mentioned before. If you're interested in getting in on the voting for Patreon series and or supporting me, you can check out the link in the description or on the main page, or just going to patreon.com/chronosplays and checking that out. Like I said, there'll be a poll going up soon for it. So if you want me to play weird or obscure games, that's one way to do it. For sure. This is definitely one of the weirder ones that I've played from the Patreon series. Still good. We haven't had a Patreon series where I was like, oh man, I can't believe they want me to play this. But, you know, don't want to jinx that. Just play this awful game this next time or something. I can't even think of like, actually I can. No, you know what? Don't even throw that out there. Don't even throw that out there. You're gonna censor yourself? Yeah, I definitely am gonna censor myself there. I don't want to influence the polls. Oh man. Apparently the studio, or yeah, the development studio and the publisher studio behind this game are apparently having a hell of a time from last time I heard. I don't know if that's still going on. I think there's a lawsuit going on now. Disco Elysium. Legal troubles? Legal battle. Okay. Disco Elysium student declares resolution of legal battle. This was in March. Oh, ZAUM resolves legal dispute with Disco Elysium producer. Okay. Send out a triumphant press release a few days before Disco Elysium's first content update since 2021. Oh, okay, so they already, apparently already, fixed it. Well, that's good. Kenner sues Crumpus over misappropriation of 4.5 million pounds or euros. I think it's pound symbol. I think it's actually euro symbol, right? Then, yeah. Oh, anyways. Jesus, that's a lot of money to just misappropriate. Well, apparently legal struggles are done with them. That's good. Hey, post-commentary Chronos here, just jumping in real fast to, I guess, kind of correct a little bit what I just said about the legal stuff going on. Apparently there are still legal suits happening. They settled, well, the studio released a triumphant stuff, but there apparently is still more lawsuits happening from what I read up by the 2 creators that were, originals creators of Disco Elysium that were ousted by the studio. The sum of it is I actually have no idea what the hell's going on with it, so maybe just forget everything I just said a second ago, because reading those snippets really doesn't shine a whole light what's going on with the studio and the creators. But yeah, anyways, back to the credits. But yeah, I remember there was a talk going around that it might not be available on stores. After I purchased the game a while back, I was like, I got it for like $10 on Steam, worth the $10. But yeah, it's good they finished solving their shit. Maybe there'll actually be a sequel to this at some point. It seems like there could be, with all the talks of the Pale and, well, the problems with Revachol and all that stuff going on. I don't know if we would play the same character. I would hope not. Well, I don't know. It's like, I wouldn't mind being Harry again, but if they're gonna do, like, what a lot of, RPG sequels do with the same protagonist, it's like, oh, you've actually just reverted to having nothing again at the start, and you're also drunk, weirdo, with no memory. I'd be like, nah, don't do that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Like, if there's another game, it's either got to be a new protagonist, and maybe Harrier's in it, or if I'm Harry, do not make me, like, either let me transfer the save over so that I'm the character that I made, but don't make me a drunken amnesiac again that's spiraling out of control, I would think. Because there is a couple of different ways you can play this, right? I could be a complete lush, drinking all the time, or getting into drugs and stuff like that, and just making shit worse. And I'm assuming the ending would have been a lot different if I did that style. But, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, there are some side quests that I didn't do. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to load the save and go back and do them just yet. I'll probably handle those again whenever I get around to playing the game again at some point. But, yeah, it was fun. There was a lot of side quests. But it was overall pretty fun. It's one of the few games that actually surprised me with the ending coming up, because right before we hit the ending part, I was like, oh, we still have like a long time before this even comes close to finishing. Nope. And then the ending just kept going and going. I'm like, oh, it's probably like another 30 minutes. Even right now, I was like, this is an hour additional recording that I was going to add on to the last bit, which I might just make another episode because, well, Jesus Christ, it's a long time. It'll be a long episode if I did that. But, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it for Disco Elysium for now. If you like the episode, or the series, or me, press the like button below. If you're not subscribed yet, go check out some of my other videos, see if they're to your liking. And I will see you all next time. Don't forget to check out the Patreon if you're interested in that sort of thing. Bye!